The reason for the stuck state is a buildup, almost like a constipation of the spirit. You know you want something, but you're so focused on the reasons you can't have it, or the difficulty, or the challenge, that most of the energy doesn't translate into productive action. The energy is focused on what you don't want. The result is stuck. You're going nowhere at a frenetic pace. I can't, but I have to. I don't want to, but I want to. I should. I know I can. No, you can't. Yes, I can. I will. I do. I don't. A lot of fury. Very little focused direction. We shift our focus by reflecting more on what we want and managing all of the reasons we can't, we won't, and we don't. So it sounds like this: expansion of our intention and diminishing of our counterintention. Try this sometime when you're worried. Tell yourself, I shouldn't worry, I shouldn't worry, I shouldn't worry, and see what impact that has on your worry. I guarantee it will expand. Well, what is worry? Worry is picturing a future, something we don't want, and feeling it now as though it's already happened. Well, why can't we do the same thing with aspiration? Picture what we do want and feel it now as though it's already happening. That will generate positive energy, and then we invest it in the smallest step. This is like a slingshot propelling us toward the end that we've already created in our heart and our mind. That's called momentum. And the only law of momentum is you got to take a step. The game's not over if you're still breathing and have a worthy ideal. The process will help to guide you as your steps build and how to manage whatever comes up to upset you along the way. Momentum is a choice. Let's make that choice consciously and with great intention. The stuck state is also a choice, but it's usually unconscious. Awareness is the starting point. In what ways am I creating barriers? We have a process to help you to identify that. The momentum process is amazingly simple. It just asks this question: what do you intend, and what are you willing to do about it? Then the second dimension is making a plan. But in momentum, the plan isn't a sense of having figured it all out. No one's ever been able to figure it all out. It's just a set of agreements that are manageable in the here and the now. The third dimension is managing our agreements. In the area that is working for you, you'll notice you have a high level of agreement. You do what you say you will do regularly. The fourth dimension of the momentum process is so powerful and so simple. It is asking for what you want. There are several asking for what you want exercises in the Momentum Playbook. But as a starting point, take an area that you're not getting the result that you are desiring and ask yourself honest. Start by asking yourself, what am I really asking for here? In my case, unconsciously, it's often validating my excuses. I was on the phone one day just a few months ago, and I heard myself say these words. True story. The weight is starting to creep back on me, as though it came in the middle of the night, snuck in the window, and attached itself to me. Do you hear the lack of responsibility there? What am I asking for? I'm asking for the universe to say that I'm somehow a victim of overweight. So what am I asking for? Well, in the short term, I'm asking for more cheese danishes. But in the long term, I'm asking for not having the full responsibility for maintaining my health. And that's okay. But just know that you don't get that and vibrant health at the same time. So the momentum process, when I did release 40 pounds using this process, the momentum process was not about diet. It wasn't even about losing weight. It was coming from, I'm vibrantly healthy at my ideal weight. And how can I ask for that? The first thing is clarifying intentions. Is it really about weight loss? In my case, it turned out not so much directly about weight loss. I'm in the energy business, and one afternoon I got the afternoon schlump. I was 245 pounds, and I got the afternoon schlump. The participants are supposed to get the afternoon schlump. I'm high energy, and I felt myself dragging. And I said, this isn't what I want. What I want is to be vibrantly healthy at my ideal weight. That's the intention. That's dimension one. Then the next thing is making a plan, which is a set of agreements. That would include what I'm going to eat and how I'm going to change my lifestyle over time. Back to the definition of success. In a diet, it sounds like this. You do well for a while, you lose weight, and then you have a cheese Danish, and then you start saying, I blew my diet. You feel how that's over? I blew my diet. If you're taking responsibility, anything is okay. So if I eat Italian beef with hot peppers and a milkshake and eat to the point of being stuffed, that is not what I intend, but I don't have to beat myself up. I begin again. What do I intend to create, and am I willing to take the next step? And you keep moving through the process, managing your agreements as you go. Asking for what you want is simply taking responsibility. So here's how it sounds. I just ate that meal, and I'm noticing a temptation to feel guilty and pile it on myself and let the voice that says, you never stick to these things, the weight's creeping back onto you. But I pause, I take a deep breath, and I say, is this what I'm asking for? And the answer is no. And then I say, what am I asking for? Notice we're back to the first dimension again. I'm asking to be vibrantly healthy at my ideal weight. And what step could I take now to support that? I'm going to take a 20-minute walk. And during that walk, I'm going to feel vibrantly healthy. I notice the next day the vegetables are on the plate, but I didn't force myself to do it. I chose. Choice becomes real when we're aware, when we're conscious, when we're coming from our core intention. Bad choices go behind us so much more quickly. They don't create the stuck state unless we go back to sleep.